Emerald ash borer had been moving around the country for the last decade, and we had watched it move to over 20 states in that time, and it had finally shown up in Kansas City, and we realized at that point that it was really close. And literally it was just weeks after we talked to council that they found it in Boulder.
The city of Boulder has roughly 6,000 public ash trees. Of those 6,000 trees, to date, we've treated roughly a quarter of them, and we're making plans for removing roughly 3/4 of them in the coming years.
The main difference with urban forest utilization is the tree has to come down. It's coming down regardless, and it's not with an eye towards the lumber value. It's because it's in someone's way, it's dead, dying, or hazardous.
With urban forestry in particular, you get a unique balance of not only taking care of trees and the forest, but you also get to make really meaningful relationships with the public. In Boulder, we're trying to set the example and show the rest of the Front Range what's possible and what we can do with this wood.
One piece that has been harder for us to push forward has been developing a strategy for using our urban wood.
After 30 years of seeing trees go to the landfills and a few of the mills starting to pop up in the city perimeter, it's an opportune time to push the reuse of urban wood.
Most tree people are good people. They're into the business because they like trees and they're environmentally conscious and all that. More people are going to be able to do this and able to make a living doing it.
Can you turn a backyard and a garage into a profitable operation?
That's back to the zoning issue. If you're okay, if you're in the county somewhere and you have a backyard and a garage, sure you can.
You got 3 guys over here that are about $1.50 each, and they're manhandling this 5,000-pound log, but with the right rope system, it works well. You don't want to crack the city sidewalk. You don't want to damage the road.
The amount of urban material that's coming down on a daily basis is kind of mind-blowing and to a degree. One partnership, and really where it starts, is with tree companies and contractors, homeowners, anybody who's cutting down the tree. Being able to contact them and talk to them about getting materials is great. And most arborists would look at this tree specifically and just say, the trunk section is really the only thing that's good in this tree. What we're really looking for as a woodworker is large diameter, straighter logs with a centered growth, and something that's probably going to have some character and some unique features.
If we have our pick, we'd like big logs with nice straight grain. But even if you get we do take 6-foot sections if they're super sweet, if they have a lot of character. Each piece has a place, from little scrappy pieces here that most people would throw away or put in the burn pile. We'll dry them and hang out with them. Hopefully they'll have a project for them down the road.
The partnership with Wood into Wood has really been beneficial. They are able to take logs from Boulder County free of charge, and that we are able to request products from them in return in lieu of payment.
And we use all the pieces from the log all the way down to the scraps to make cutting boards, bowls, cabinets, tables, and they don't have to take them to the dump and chop them up, this nice wood, and chop them up into small pieces to get rid of them. When companies like us or anybody else that wants to can take some of these quality logs and produce them into something valuable.
Ash wood is an extremely dense wood. It's used for things like tool handles, it's used for things like front doors, tabletops, even the majority of baseball bats used in the MLB are made of ash.
So you got a couple of cool bikes behind us. Well, the first one is this one that I built. It was my first mountain bike, where a guy, Robert Brudenell, who's a local arborist here in town, was a lover of wood bikes, and he saw my work and asked if I'd be willing to do a wood mountain bike for him that he could go and take and ride in the Leadville 100 mountain bike race, which is one of these epic Colorado races.
We had to look for trees that would work. The Denver Forestry Department contacted us that they had a tree on a median that had been hit by a vehicle that they were going to remove, and they would donate the wood for this wood bike project.
It's wonderful to be able to take wood that might otherwise be scrapped or just not have a useful purpose and turn it into something that is beautiful, that you can have a dynamic relationship with.
I want something that's different, something that's unique, something that changes shape, something that moves. When we first started Parkburger Rhino, we opened about a year and a half ago, and the whole idea was trying to embrace Colorado woods. For me, the furniture completes everything.
How can we help turn a problem with urban trees into an opportunity? And we want to get more people thinking in terms of reusing those dead trees out of the community forests rather than just throwing it away.
Who doesn't love having a really cool piece of furniture that's from a tree from a park in their city that they love?
There's no greater use for a tree than to give it that second life and take it out there and have people appreciate it in ways that they never would have otherwise.